So obviously when you work with people in an organization, there are different kinds of people, there are different types of people, there are different people who come from different walks of life. And it is very important for us to understand the temperament of the folks that you're working with. And it's also very important for us to understand the working style of a person. Hello and welcome to Talksmith. This is episode number 18 and you're watching Toxic Work Culture. I'm your host Imad, and we're going to talk about yet another very underrated, a very uncharted and a very ignored aspect of office space and working with people and things like that. So you see, you'll always have those kind of people who will either be talkative and they'll be outgoing and they'll be upfront and stuff like that. And then you'll have those people who are docile and they are meek and they are not very sure and they just want to be doubly sure and so on and so forth. Then you'll find those people who are a little grunty, as in don't disturb me. Then you will find those people who are always talking yada 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 and all the gossip and counterproductive discussions to anything about everything basically. So it's very important that you understand these people around you, because eventually you will need them and eventually they are a part of your ecosystem, which will help you achieve the objective, which is obviously completing the job that you've been given and the task that you have at hand. So understanding these kind of people and then working your way around them is a very important aspect without offending. Because yes, probably you may not like people talking a lot. You may, repel people who are talkative. At the same time, you may vibe with people who are grunty. Not that I'm saying you are like that, but usually what happens is you vibe with certain people. You are on neutral grounds with some people, and with some people you just don't. There's no vibing. There is absolutely no equation whatsoever. But it's very important that we understand at least their working style, at least the way they work. If at all we understand their working style, it becomes a lot easier for us to at least come to a common ground wherein you and the other person are working with each other. There have been a lot of people in this world who have not bonded well personally, but when at work, they're amazing together. And I think that's what matters at the end of the day. Another reason why this is important is because if you remember in the first episode, I had mentioned about those island of retreats. If you find that island of retreat whilst trying to understand the working style of people, it becomes a lot easier, and more importantly, it becomes a lot easier for you to deal with a toxic work environment. Because in a toxic work environment, if you're alone, then you're alone. So understand people, understand their working style, and vibe with them.